If you're looking to adopt a more positive strategy in your life and you're choosing to change a way of negative thinking to positive, there's a very important formula for you to follow, and that is you must line up your thoughts with your words, with your actions. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Okay? So if you're thinking that you want this to happen, this and this must equal that. Otherwise, you are going to be spinning your wheels. I'm going to give you a good example of this. I was at a networking event the other night that was sponsored by one of the big New York clubs and also co-sponsored by one of the social networks. So it was a networking party, and people were walking around talking about what it is that they do. This gentleman came over to me, and I asked him, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm a financial analyst." So I said, "Well, that sounds great." And he said, "Well, not exactly, because I'm unemployed now." And I said, "Oh, that's a shame." And he goes, "You know, it's really terrible, because every day I get up, I bring my resume with me and my portfolio, and I go to the area where I know that people are looking to hire, but there's nobody to see me because it's too hot." And I looked at him and I said, what does the heat have to do with it? And he said, "Well, you know, a lot of these people, they don't stick around on Friday, and they go away on long vacations. So you go into these offices and there's nobody to interview you. There's nobody to hire you." And I looked at him and I was like, I must have had a look on my face, and he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Well, you know, can I just tell you, if you're really looking to get a job, that's not the way to go about it." And he said, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, if you're going to talk about something the way you've just talked about it, you're never going to get that job, because it doesn't work like that. You've got to speak in a positive, affirming way to get your result." So he asked me, "What is it that you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm a life coach." And he said, "Well, what would you do?" And I said, "Okay, here it is. Here's my speech, okay?" You know, it's so interesting. I was going out, and I was going to the area where I heard people were, hiring. And I brought my portfolio with me. I had my resume. I was all ready, set to go. It was Friday afternoon. And I walked into this one office, and I asked if the person was there who was in charge of interviewing and hiring. And the woman said to me, "Just a second, I'll go see if she's in." And I was surprised, but like, this woman came out, and she said, "I'll see you right now." So I went into the office with her, and we talked for a really long time, and we really had a great conversation. And at the very end, she said to me, "You know, it's so interesting that you showed up here today, because I usually go away to the Hamptons on the weekend, but I had a project, so I came in to work this weekend, and I'm here Friday as well." And I guess maybe a lot of people feel like, people aren't around interviewing, so nobody showed up today to be seen. So this gave me so much time to spend with you and really see the kind of person you are. And now, as I've talked to you, I realize, well, you're so qualified for the job. I'm going to recommend that you get hired. So I looked at him. I said, "What do you think of that?" And he goes, "Give me your card." He goes, "I don't need a job. I need to work with you." But the point of the matter is that if you're looking to achieve something, your thoughts, your words, and your actions have got to be in sync. Otherwise, you're going to have a very rocky boat, right? So just remember, thoughts, words, actions, all together in harmony. Hit the home run ball.